Hello, Bradley and Travis of HomeSlice Disc Golf, back with another comparison. Today, Discmania FD3 DD Felon. The FD3 and the Felon. See the rim here? It's a little bit smaller than the FD3, not by much, but it's definitely a little bit smaller. Dome-wise, the Felon is super flat. The FD3 has a little bit of dome, not much, but definitely a little domier than the Felon. You can see the shape of the rims is very similar. It's just that the Felon is a little bit wider. Both are very comfortable in the hand, though. Alright, the FD3, we had it in S line and we had it in C line, and it is pretty stable. On a hyzer, it just rides the hyzer. When I throw it flat, it gets for what the disc is, it gets pretty decent distance and then always is going to fade out into a headwind. It's not going to affect it. It might straighten out a little bit more, but it's not going to flip over. On an Annie, it holds it for a good bit of the flight, and then it ends up fading out. I put a little bit of height on these and didn't get great distance. But it was a pretty obviously stable disc. Overhand, it didn't work as well as I thought it would. It kind of flipped over quickly. Granted, we were throwing with that crosswind, so that always affects it. But okay, the Felon. Very similar to the FD3. Throw it on a hyzer, it's going to hyzer the whole way. You're not going to get any crazy distance. Well, I was not getting any crazy distances with these, obviously. We just had it in the Fusion plastic. Flat, it's going to go straight a little bit further, but it hyzers out. Both of these would actually they would make for pretty good skip discs if you needed them to. On an Annie, holds the Annie a little bit longer than the FD3, and then it hyzers out at the end. Overhand, again, it didn't work as well as I expected it to. For being such a overstable disc, it kind of flipped over quickly. Even when I've thrown them when it's not a big crosswind, it just doesn't hold it as long.
The FD3 felt great in the hand. Throw it on a hyzer. It goes straight for a little bit. It's then going to hook up hard, as you can tell. Likes to skip. Throw it flat. It goes somewhat straight. Fades out at the end. Very stable, dependable disc in just about any wind for my arm speed. Throw it on an anhyzer. You can get some distance with this thing. It definitely is a really good stability. I like it a lot. Not great anhyzer thrower, like I always say, but I got a decent pull on it, I don't know, 300 feet-ish, maybe a little bit further, but it feels great. My hand flies great, very dependable. Forehand also feels really nice. Hyzer flip with the S line, it's a little less stable, just a little bit more straight. Just an all-around very dependable disc. The DD Felon, very similar stabilities. I'd say the Felon's a little straighter. Feels just as good in the hand, a little flatter too. Big old hyzers, holds the hyzer the whole time, gets pretty good straight distance, whatever, 250. Flat, you can see it turns just a little bit and then it fades out. It's relatively straight to a good bit of fade at the end. This is a pretty much fresh Felon. The white one is. The green, it's a little beat in. Anhyzer, same as the FD3. Kind of rolled that one over a little bit, but it got pretty good distance. It says like a glide of 3 on it, but it holds up for a little while. It's very dependable, and I mean 300 and in, it's very accurate. Good rip. I think that's a little bit more beat in Felon. It's straight with that reliable hyzer. It'd be great for hyzer spike forehands. I can force one over on it. It's just all around dependable.
All right, recap time. I'm going with the FD3. I currently bag this. I don't really know why I like it more than the Felon. The rim is a little bit smaller. I think that's a little bit more comfortable in my hand. Typically, I like flatter discs, which the Felon is. The FD3 has a little bit more dome, but I don't know. I just like it more.
It's American made, I'm guessing.
I can tell you that's not a part of my decision. But I don't know. I like it more. I don't use it for overhands. It's just my stable fairway driver. If I need something to get right for me, I'm going with this, unless it's something shorter, and then I'm going with the Justice. But I like the FD3. If you're an Innova guy, this will work for you.
A little less stable than the Firebird, typically.
Yes.
Yes. Typically.
Yeah, definitely less stable than the Firebird. These are definitely straighter.
I chose the Felon because I do like flat discs most of the time, specifically my mid-ranges, fairways. When it comes to high-speed drivers, I don't really care, but like forehands, love a flat disc. It just fits in my hand nicely. I already bagged the Felon, so I chose this. It's just a great all-around disc. I use it for a lot of shots. I've been experimenting with forehand rollers. We didn't do it on film. Probably should have. I apologize. Maybe we'll do a video in the future. But I do like them for forehand rollers. As of right now, you could use just about any disc. You just got to learn how to use them. Hashtag Nate Sexton said that at our clinic.
Yep.
It's just a great disc. I love their plastic. I always say that about Trilogy. The FD3 though, it's fantastic too. Like it.
Yeah, I feel like these two are both more usable than that video we did a few weeks ago with the
Firebird.
The Firebird and the Criminal. They were, if you're
for
throwing
our
them
arm
back,
speeds.
yeah, obviously. For our arm speeds, throwing them backhand is just, they're way more stable. These you can get a little bit more distance out of, but still have that pretty
Straight
extreme
flight.
Yeah, with a pretty extreme hyzer out at the end. So these just seem to be a little bit more usable.
Out of the box, they're more usable. Obviously, you can beat up a disc.
Yes.
And over time, these will beat up until they are flippy. But out of the box, because we don't disc golf that much, believe it or not, this is a go-to disc for us. Just a little bit straighter than the typical Firebird. But yes, hope you liked the video. Like, subscribe, Instagram, Patreon.
All the links are down below.
Yeah.
You know where to find us.
Yin's got it.
Subscribe. Keep subscribing. Getting to 2,000 would be pretty cool. See you later.
Peace.